Hi everyone, and welcome back to another healthy keto eating show. Got a new recipe, scripture reading, and story time. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, and welcome back. Great to see all of you, and great to be back in doing another healthy keto eating show for you guys. Another new recipe. Yum, yum. We have got, well, you would have seen it in Thursday's slideshow. It is another shrimp dish with noodles, but this time I did it with dill dip. And I am excited. Remember, I do both of these videos in the same day, so I haven't tried it yet. But I cooked the shrimp in butter and lemon pepper, and then I did the noodles. After it was cooked, I put the noodles in there, those shiritaki noodles that we can eat on keto, and then I did a half a cup of dill dip. It smells so good. I was thinking those two flavors together over like a seafood, I think would be really good. I haven't tried it yet, so I'll give you my honest opinion, but I am a dill dip lover. Love dill dip. So I'm excited to try this. You know, there's always so many things out there that you can try and experiment with, you know, so I'm excited. So we'll go over this in just a moment, but we're going to read our words of Jesus for women, and then we'll go on. We are on Completely Loved, and it is John 15:9. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. And it goes on to say, Jesus loves you as much as his Father loves him. Take a minute and think about that perfect love. It is a love so deep and so complete that you truly cannot fathom it. His love asks for nothing in return except that you love him back and that you choose to stay close to him. And that choice is such a blessing. It's a gift to yourself. Again, God doesn't ask for much. He just wants you to believe and to have that personal relationship with his son. I mean, he loved us so much, he sent his son. What father or mother in the world could send their child to take on the sins of other people? Okay? Nobody in the world could do that. So for God to do that, to send his only son to take on the sin so that we could have our salvation and have eternal life in heaven and know 100% we're going to heaven if we believe Jesus walked this earth, died on the cross for us, we have that personal relationship and we believe in him, we have our salvation. I told you guys about the Romans chapters that you go to get your salvation. It is linked in my Sunday sermons. I did it in both the last two revelations, so just go there and read those, and it gets, you get your salvation. You'll know 100% you're going to heaven no matter what, because we are sinful people. We're going to make mistakes. And even if you fall away from God a little bit, Christians fall away from God sometimes. We go through hard times and we slip away. But once you have your salvation, your name is marked right up in the good book of heaven, and you are going to enter. You'll probably answer to God for more, but you have your salvation. So remember that. What a beautiful Bible verse here. At the bottom it says, we know and rely on the love of God. We know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. 1 John 4:16. Another beautiful Bible verse. Oh, I love reading these. These are just amazing, you guys. Such inspiration. Start your day, go through your day, and end your day with what? Life's Manual, the Holy Bible. My most favorite book now. It is my most favorite book that I read. It definitely, you guys, you got to read it. I didn't know how great the Bible was when I was growing up as a Christian. I didn't hardly ever read it. People read it to me, but I didn't really know until you open it yourself, because you're going to get something out of it differently than even I do, because God speaks through his word to each and every soul in a different way. It's going to touch you in a different way. Open it up, read it, spend quality time with him, write scriptures down, get your life right with Jesus, Have that personal relationship with him, because you're going to feel so good. You're not going to worry about things that happen, because he says 365 times to fear not. I mean, that's for every day of the week for the whole year. And then you start over again. So he's telling you to fear not. There's nothing to fear when you walk with him, because when we leave this world, we go to heaven and we live there for eternity, walking streets of gold. Who wouldn't rather be there than here? Let me see. I don't know if I can think of one person that would rather be here. Although it was funny. One of the little boys at church, he's pretty young, said, I'm not ready to go to heaven yet. He's young and doesn't understand, but that was cute. But you know what? We all want to spend eternity in heaven, get away from what we're going through right now. But it doesn't have to be tough. It says in Matthew 24, I've told you guys before, read it, all of it. It's telling you, it's predicting, it predicted, it knew, God knew, he foreseen all of this, coming and happening. So Matthew 24 explains a lot of it, that this was going to happen. So not to fear if you're walking with him, nothing to fear. Keep your walk with God holy and spiritual, and pray for others. Pray for others. Pray for yourself too. But God already knows what you need. You don't always have to pray for yourself. Pray for others. That's what God's looking for. Sure, ask God for your heart's desires and ask God to help you in your life too. But pray for others, especially the enemy. Thy enemy. Pray for thy enemy. Wish no harm upon them and wish them to have the happiest life ever. That's what I do. I pray every day. And I can put my hand on a Bible and swear that. I swear on God that I pray for my enemies and I pray that they have a good life. And God knows that. God knows who's real and who's fake. God knows that. That's all that matters. We only have to prove ourselves to God. I didn't have to put my hand on that Bible, but I did for you guys just to prove it. But I don't have to prove nothing because God knows who's real and who's not. And there is such a thing as karma. So watch out, guys. Get your life right. Spend that quality time with him. Get on your knees. Pray every day to him, every single day, throughout the day, listening to Christian music, watching Christian movies. Get your life as holy as possible. Get to church. Get to church and don't be afraid to enter the house of God. You are protected by the blood of Jesus there. Come on. Don't worry about this. Get to church. Your pastors will make sure that you are safe with masks, cleaning the doors, cleaning the chairs, whatever they got to do. They'll make sure you're safe. Okay, but you're protected by the blood of Jesus there, and that's where God wants us. He only asks us to go, Sundays, but you got Sundays and Sunday nights and Wednesdays. If you want to go to all three, that's even better. That's even more. God will be even happier with you. So enter your church. Get back to church, you guys. Even the president said there are people that need to be in church, and it should have been essential. Not abortion clinics over church. Let's see who's going to get COVID and who's not. Maybe people that aren't living a very good life, or people that are walking with Christ. And sure, there's people still walking with Christ that can end up with the COVID. Doesn't mean you can't get it, but if you're walking with Christ, he's going to walk through the whole thing with you. And if you do pass away, unfortunately, that does happen with some people. If you're walking with God, you get to go to heaven then. So, worst case scenario. Be happy. Don't worry, you guys. Be happy. Don't worry. If you're walking with God, you have nothing to worry about. Love the Lord. Love the Lord. Love him so much. I love having that personal relationship with him. Today, I got the cutest little jar. I was going to show you guys. It's a little jar. Actually, I will sometime throughout this video. I'll show you. It's a little prayer. It says my prayers on it, I believe. It's a little jar, and it came with little notes too, and little separate notes to write your little prayers in there, and then also some Bible verses. It's really cute. I got it from the Dollar Tree. I love it. I got it right in between my Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus, and Jesus as an adult. I have it right in the middle on my mantle. I'll show you guys that. I love it. In fact, give me one moment and I'll show you. I'm back, just like that. It's actually called Our Prayers. Isn't this beautiful, you guys? I got it from the Dollar Tree. It's glass. It's got a beautiful cover to it. It's got like a diamond on the top, a sparkly diamond on top, and there's where you put your prayers. And then, like I said, I didn't bring the little stickers. I'll show you. They're not stickers, or papers. It's got some Bible verses on one side, and the other side is plain, real small, so you can cut them out with the scissors. Write your prayer on there and stick it in your little My Prayers. I thought that was just adorable, and I will stick my prayers in here, and I also will stick my prayers answered in here too, because Jesus, you can stick just your prayers in here as well. But I also want to stick in there the prayers that were answered, or maybe I can find one that says answered prayers. But I'm definitely going to stick in prayer request right in this beautiful little jar. Isn't this cute, you guys? Oh my gosh, I love it. I got it from Dollar Tree. I love it so much. Let's keep it right here. Keep it right with us, because we got the Bible and we got our prayers. If you guys got any prayers, hey, ask down below for me. Ask down below, and I will write them on a little piece of paper, and I'll stick them in my little jar here. And I will pray for you as well for that. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. Let's use up my little jar here. All right, so the meal here. What we are having is the shrimp dish, like I said, and I do 1 meal a day. So I eat every 24 to 27 hours. I've went as long as 27 hours. Since February, I've been doing that, and I do it 6 days a week, and 1 day a week I break the fast and do like a 20-hour, sometimes maybe even just a 16-hour, but I'm always fasting. But after 18 hours, you hit what's called autophagy. And I've been doing this since February just to be at my most optimal health since this, stuff hit. It was kind of towards the end of February. I decided to do that. So I've been doing it since then. Love it. Love it. My skin is getting better. I'm getting younger looking and healthier than I could ever be. I love it. But I've fasted throughout my whole journey. If you're new to my channel, first off, right there is a red subscribe button. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified of all of my new uploads. Share around my channel so I can help many people with their faith, with the keto diet, with nails and fashion. I got a multi-channel. And definitely shoot me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed those verses and loved this meal that I made, then please shoot me a thumbs up. Or if you just love me, shoot me a thumbs up. Okay. But anyways, those of you that are new to my channel, I've been ketogenic in November. November. Gosh, I can't remember. November 5th? November 4th. November 4th of 2015 is when I started. So this November 4th of 2015 will be 5 years I've been ketogenic. I lost all of my weight in only 15 months, over 150 plus pounds. And then a few months later, I lost a little bit more. I'm now over 170 pound loss, and I've been maintaining that out for over 3 years, you guys. 3 years maintaining that as well. And went into maintenance mode, eating around 15 to 1,800 calories. And now I do all of that in the one meal, but I always fasted throughout my whole journey. I didn't do it until I got good and fat adapted though. So don't do it till you're about 2 months in, good and fat adapted, then start incorporating fasting. At least 16 hours. 16 hours where you don't eat, an 8-hour window where you do eat. And make sure you only eat 20 carbs or less on that day to be in that state of ketosis, which just is a big, big word for fat burning mode. Your body is always burning fat for fuel, whether it's coming off your body or the food you eat. But I always teach because I was taught professionally by my keto doctor, my heart keto doctor, 2 keto nutritionists, and my brother who teaches this as a job, and all the studying I've done myself and all the people I watch. Just look it up yourself. Just look it up. Study it yourself. You don't even have to trust my word. Look it up. I'm not a doctor nor a nutritionist, so I don't have a right to tell you. But I can tell you what my doctor told me, that people that have fat in their body doing keto, lower the fat, use your body fat. Don't eat the 70% that they talk about, 70, 75%, which is around 110 to 150 grams a day. Drop it down to 75 to 100 grams a day and watch the fat melt off of you. And that's what the doctor told me. In fact, even my good friend Monica was even told by her doctor, you don't need tons of fat on the ketogenic diet. Even when you're in maintenance mode, you don't. So that being said, some people out there are going to be offended by this, but you will not hurt your organs. In fact, I had a problem with the main organ in my body, my heart. I had a heart condition called postpartum cardiomyopathy. I developed it right after my son at the age of 22. I had the heart of an 83-year-old. I was on a heart transplant list waiting for a heart. For 16 years, I lived on medications, over 22 medications. Wasn't doing good still, having the heart looked at. They were, I kind of was getting a little bit away from the transplant because it wasn't proving, but I still wasn't doing good, you guys. Then I started the ketogenic and boom, my heart's almost back to normal, almost 50%. Didn't ruin my organ by dropping those fats out and using my body fat. If you have fat in your body, that is going to act as your energy source. That was told to me by professional doctors and professional doctors I watch on these YouTube channels. Okay, yeah. Lower that fat out. Yes, you do need some fat. You're not going to go zero fat. I'm not telling people to go zero fat. 75 to 100 grams is all you need. And you will drop that weight off quickly. And then you can add and do 70 to 75%, 110 to 150 grams. I still never even go over about 130 a day. And I've been doing this for 5 years. And I'm as healthy as can be. I also cured another organs, I should say. My kidneys. I had bad kidneys. Cured those too. Didn't ruin those organs. Got a better heart. I was on 22 medications, you guys. 22. I'm down to 2 for the heart because the heart just slightly pulls a little bit. So I'm on a beta blocker and I'm on something to help with that pooling of the blood. Okay. But they're very low dose. The doctor doesn't even know if I even need them. We're going to try one day to go without them. But yeah, 22 medications gone. Some for the heart. Also for high blood pressure, for high triglycerides, for high cholesterol levels, for high sugar levels. I was pre-diabetic, really close to being a diabetic, okay? I had GERD. I had stomach problems. I had acid reflux. I had HPV, PCOS. What was another one I had? I thought there was another one. I know there's another one. But anyways, I cured them all. Gone. gone, you guys. So I'm off all of my meds and I only need 2 small doses for the heart, like I said, and I'm doing so good. I had it looked at, it's almost 50%. Most people sit around 50. And if you're a little bit better than that, a little bit higher than that, you're an athletic person. You've been an athletic person your whole life. So, yep, I know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you this from a doctor, not coming out of my mouth. It's from doctors that went to school for the ketogenic diet because it's been out for so long. So I got myself 2 good, really good keto doctors, 2 good keto nutritionists, and all 4 of them, along with my brother who did all the studying and teaches us as a job, and all the studying I did myself, okay, I learned that your body fat is your high fat. So no, you're not going to go 0. Some people think I'm saying go 0 and eat no fat. Impossible on keto. You could never go a 0 fat. But let's drop it down to 75 to 100 grams, okay, instead of the 70%. So you're going to be doing more like, I don't know what the percentage of that would be, but I do know that it's 5% carb and it is 25% protein. Make sure protein. Protein's the most important macro. There's 3 macros that make up your calories: protein, carb, and fat. Okay? Protein's the most important. You need your protein. That's important. It's always half your current body weight or even a little bit more. So if you weigh 300 pounds, well, what does that mean? You need 150 grams a day of protein, and you better, so your hair don't fall out, your skin doesn't go bad, your nails don't get brittle. Eat your protein. That's important. Very important. Half your current body weight. Because I only weigh 128 pounds, I only eat like 65 a day. That's all I need. Sometimes 70, right around there. Okay, next is your carb. You don't need any carb. That you can do a 0 and eat none and do carnivore, just eating meat, cheese, and eggs. That's all you need. You don't need carbs at all. Carbs do not need to be in your body. But because we do the ketogenic and some of the things we eat, some of the veggies and stuff have some carbs in it. So 20 carbs or less, 20 or less. And the fat, you want to eat, you're 70% if you're doing it for just because you're healthy and you want to do keto. Then you would do the 70 to 75%. If you're doing it for weight loss, you're going to drop the fat down, but you're going to eat fat. You're just not going to be eating 150 grams though. You're going to be eating around 75 to 100 grams to lose your weight till you get your weight off. Then we don't have the fat, then you're going to increase that because now you need a little bit more of an energy source because your fat's not acting as your energy source anymore. So then you need it. But I'm not asking you to go 0. Like I said, impossible on keto to go 0. So no, you're not going to go 0. And then, we already talked about the protein. So the carb and the fat can be lower than what they're telling you if you do have fat to lose. Oh, I was going to say, if you're trying to gain weight, you're going to go even higher than the 70% fat macro they talk about. You go even higher to gain weight. So keto was designed 3 ways: for losing, gaining, and maintaining. Not everybody's going to be the same macro for the fat macro. Makes sense, right? A rocket scientist wouldn't need, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. A small child understands if somebody's fat, they wouldn't eat a whole bunch of fat. But you're going to eat some. You have to. You're doing keto. It's the only way to do it. You need some, to be able to eat something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be eating. You'd be eating just pure protein and you'd still get fat in that. You have to, because if you're eating meat and stuff, you're going to get fat. So you can't go fat free, but just lower it out. Okay, if you need help, I link my email down below. I'd love to help anybody. I've helped over 3,000 people get their life back and none of their organs failed on them. None of them. And I'm also in a channel with over 800,000 people that all know to lower the fat. That's what they were taught in that channel as well, another channel I was in. And not one of their organs have been failed. Now, I'm saying that because I do have a couple people on here that disagree with that. They say you need your fat or your organ's going to fail. Okay? Not dissing anybody, but just saying do your studying a little bit more. And don't even listen to me. Do your own studying and you'll learn. Ask your doctor. I'll tell you, 99% of doctors are going to tell you if you're fat, you don't eat a ton of fat. No, don't need it, okay? And it's also going to take you forever to get your weight off. You'll lose weight. You can drop out just soda and lose weight. If you're drinking regular soda, you'll lose weight if you're very obese. But you're going to get to a point where you're going to plateau, sit still. And if you are not at a healthy weight, if you still are overweight a little bit, still have a BMI over 24. 24 is the high end, so between 18 and 24 if you're a woman, and a little higher for guys. But if you're over that, you're still not healthy. So get to that healthy goal weight. Get there. Don't just say, well, I want to eat more fat, so I'm just going to stick here. I'm happy at this weight or whatever. If you are happy at that weight, fine. It's your life. But we're doing this to get healthy, right? Let's get all the way there. That's what I told myself. At 160, I'm just going to sit right here. Never thought I could even get to 160 pounds from almost 300, but I did. And my brother just said, why don't you try to do some more? Well, I did. Now I weigh 128. Wow. And I feel amazing. I'm smaller than I was when I was 16 years old. I wear a 2, you guys, a 2. And some zeros. I'm now going into zeros. I'm getting so small because you lose inches on keto too, which is awesome. So yeah, that's the smallest I've ever been. Even at the age of 16, I think I was wearing a size 7, 8. So this is the smallest I've ever been. I was never a big child. I got bigger as I got older. But yeah. So that being said, if you need help, my email's down below. I'd love to help you. And I have emailed a couple people back and they haven't gotten back to me. I need, I have questions for you too, because I need to know things to set you up on a macro plan. So get back to me and I'll get back to you. Other than that, I've helped many and they're all healthy and their organs are all doing well and they're doing well. So, and I've had blood work done 9 times. Excellent. It just keeps getting better. All right, let's go on with this meal here. So my one meal, I'm eating what I made for the slideshow that you've seen on Thursday, which is the shrimp dish with the noodles and the dill dip. Can't wait to try it. I've got some cheese here because, of course, I'm doing one meal, so I need to make sure I get about 1,500 calories. I've got about 2 ounces. Yep, about 2 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese here. I've got my cucumbers here, just a half a cucumber, but that I did in one of my videos, in my treat video. It'll be in my playlist. It's cucumber, bacon bits, and ranch dressing. So I've got that. I've got a 2 Good yogurt here with nuts on it and a little bit of Lily's mint chocolate chips. I put just a little handful in there. And then I've got a couple of fat bombs. I'm going to treat myself tonight to a couple of fat bombs because I only do it like once a week. All these videos are pre-recorded. I only do them like once a week, but just to get a little extra fat because this was a little bit lower lean fat because shrimp is very low. The noodles are low. Now the dill dip would have been heavier in fat, and the butter I cooked the shrimp in would have been heavier. But just to add, just to add in some more fat for myself, I'm doing 2 fat bombs. I'm doing the caramel one. It's called the caramel nut cluster, which is kind of like a turtle. If you've ever heard of those turtles that they make with the nuts and the caramel, and then the mint bomb. Okay, and then I've got a tea here with MCT oil in it. So more fat right there. So butter in this, the dill dip, the ranch dressing has the fat in the nuts, good heart healthy fat. Some in the, of course, in the chocolate chips I put in there, but I just put a couple in there. And then these are fat bombs. So they got fat, in these, and then the MCT oil, very good fat here. So, and these are done with MCT too. So a very good fat bomb. Very good for you. The yogurt's good. The heart healthy nuts. I really try to eat healthy. I don't like to go out to eat. I'm not one that likes to eat dirty or lazy keto, which they call it, which is really eating unhealthy fats too. I eat very good healthy fats. They're eating unhealthy fats. Those I wouldn't recommend are good either. When you're going to eat higher fat, if you're going to, at least do it in a healthy way. So I've got real butter here, which is a good healthy fat. Of course, cheese is a good one. The yogurt with the nuts is a very good heart healthy fat. I got macadamia nut. And then the ranch dressing, I wouldn't say is the healthiest. That would be a little bit more processed. And then I got bacon bits. Might be some process there because it's bacon bits, but it is real bacon bits. Okay, but the MCT is good and the fat bombs are good. Done with the stevia and MCT oil. All right, let's try this. I'm super excited. I don't know what it's going to taste like. Like I said, I cooked it in butter and the shrimp in butter and lemon pepper. And then I did the noodles. After that, I threw the noodles in there after I rinsed them really good for 3 minutes. Well, you would have seen the slideshow. I'll link everything down below in here too for the recipe. I'll just put it in here, but you're not going to see a slideshow in here, just recipe. But I cooked it in the lemon pepper and salt and butter for the shrimp. And then I threw the noodles in after I washed them under cold water, really good for 3 minutes. I threw them in and then added a half cup of dill dip. Look at that, you guys. Yum. Let's try it. I love dill dip, so I should love this. Mmm. Mmm. Wow, that's got a real pop to it. It's got that sour taste. Well, one, because of the lemon pepper, but also the dill dip, because dill dip has got, sour. It's dill. Ooh, that is good and creamy. You never know how something's going to taste, but I'll tell you what. Ooh, this is good. My husband's going to love this. Oh, yum. And I bet you nobody out there would have ever thought to take dill dip that we use to dip our veggies in or chips in And yes, we can do chips on our too. We can do Quest chips and dip it in dill dip. But nobody would have ever thought to put it in a recipe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's got such a dill taste. It really has got a strong dill taste. Oh, I love it, you guys. Yum. Let me show you another picture. Oh my God. I'm serious. I'm not lying to you guys. It is so yummy. Oh my God. Sorry. I intended to buy the shrimp. Peeled and detailed. Accidentally got the tails on them. So I did take the tails off, but I must have missed one. So I always make sure I get them detailed, and yeah, I missed that bag. Or my husband picked it up. I think he bought it. He did. Yep. That's why the tails are on it. I told him, I said, make sure you get peeled and detailed raw ones. And yep, he's the one that did that. Naughty, naughty hubby. Yum, I can't stop eating it. I don't even try any of the other stuff. Love my Earl Grey. I do a decaffeinated Earl Grey tea with sugar-free creamer and the MCT oil. Now, you don't taste the MCT. MCT oil isn't for cooking unless you get a cooking one. You just want to put it in your coffee or tea. But I'm also using a sugar-free creamer in a chocolate flavor. And I can't stress how much I love this one. I keep buying it now. It tastes like I'm drinking hot cocoa. It doesn't taste like tea. I've done it in my coffee too. I've tried it in both now. And even my husband says, it tastes like we're drinking hot cocoa. It does. It's so weird. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, let's try a bite of our cheese. And a cucumber with the bacon bits and the ranch. All right, I'm going to tell you guys a story. But again, I should have wrote it down because I forgot. I'll think of it. What was it? It's a good one too. These cucumbers are good. This time of the year, cucumbers are really good. Really, really good. Oh, come on. Think of what it was. I always should write these down so I don't forget. Oh. I think I remember. Let's see. Am I doing that one? Or okay. I got two different ones. So what I'll do is I'll just tell you, depending on how fast the one goes, because they kind of coincide with each other. Same thing happened to me. All right, we'll start from when I was a kid. I was about 5. And I was with my aunt, my mom's sister, and my cousin, her daughter. And we were going to a little fair. And they didn't have many rides there. It was just a little carnival. And they had a tilt-a-whirl. They had a spinny one. Like the one that spun a lot. I don't do good with spinny rides at all. Even back then. Now even worse because of my vertigo. I can't even go on spinny rides now because my vertigo is so bad. any motion, if I just turn around, it makes me dizzy. Like sometimes in my videos, I'll spin and then I'm like really dizzy. But anyways, we went to this little carnivore. I keep saying carnivore. Carnival. And I'll just say fair. And she thought, I was spending the weekend with them. And so they wanted to have fun with me. So we went to this, and there was a couple rides there, and my cousin wanted me to ride with her. So I went on one, and it was a tilt-a-whirl. And we were spinning it, but I kept telling her, don't spin so fast, it's making me dizzy. My cousin's about 3 years older than me. 5, 6, 7, 8. She would have been 8. So we're spinning a lot of this, and we only ended up hitting 2 rides. I think there was only like 3 rides there, and we didn't care for the other one. I don't remember what the other one was. So we went on the tilt-a-whirl. Then we went back to this Ferris wheel type spinning ride. It spun really fast. Then we went back to the tilt-a-whirl and back to the other one. And I started to feel that feeling in your mouth you get when you're about to puke. Oh yeah, I was getting really dizzy, and I felt it coming up. Because, in between the rides, we were getting some food too. We got a corn dog, some french fries, a funnel cake, I believe. Because you got to wait in line and stuff like that too. So I could feel it. I could feel it coming up. I could just feel like that feeling you get in your jaw when you know you're going to throw up. I said to my cousin, I'm like, I'm going to throw up. They have to stop the ride. I remember this. I remember it clear as day. I said, they have to stop the ride. They have to stop it. They need to stop it. I'm going to throw up. And all of a sudden, just everything. All over. I just kept throwing up and throwing up and throwing up while this ride was running. So it was going all over everybody. It was going everywhere. And I was so embarrassed, even though I was only 5 years old, I still was so embarrassed because when the ride stopped, it was a cute boy, of course, and I'm 5, but girls are more mature for their age. So this cute boy was looking at me. I got puke everywhere, all over my cousin. I mean, she did slide over to the side, but it went everywhere, all over this ride. I'm knowing that he has to clean up this ride and all of that. I have no clothes with me because we're at this, this fair. So I don't have any clean clothes with me. Didn't think to bring clean clothes. I'm not a baby. I'm 5. So last bite, that was so good. But anyways, so I got puke everywhere. I'm so embarrassed. They're like spraying it off. Everybody's getting off the ride. They're mad. They're mad. They're like, why would you let... Sorry, I just got up. I just pushed my pants down. It was riding like up my leg. Hang on. I'm not going to lie to you guys. My underwear are up my butt. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that on film here, but I didn't feel too good. Yeah, I'm wearing my, call it like my NASCAR thing. It's kind of cold here today. It's only like 60 degrees. We keep going from cold to hot, cold to hot. It's so weird. But, sorry, I had to do that because it was very uncomfortable. But anyways, so yeah, there's puke everywhere. I'm embarrassed. They're cleaning it up. People are like cleaning themselves off. I got on other rides because it's flying through the air, it's spinning. I know, gross, right? So anyways, we leave the carnival. I want to get out of there. I'm crying. I want to get out of there, Even at 5, I was embarrassed. I was mature for my age, though. And so we get out. And I got nothing to wear. So my aunt says to her husband, my uncle, take off your shirt and give her your shirt. She needs something or whatever. Because he had on a t-shirt and like a flannel thing over it because it was a little bit cooler. This was the time of the year when the fair was getting ready to close, I think. They just happened to find a fair. We were going somewhere. Yeah, we were going somewhere. So we were going to like this vacation home or whatever. So we saw this carnival and stopped at it. And so she asked him to take his t-shirt off and give it to me. I'm a little tiny thing, and he's that wasn't a bigger guy, but I just mean, he's an adult. Well, no bathroom to change in or nothing as we went across the street. So she said, we're fine. We're hid around the building. just take everything off or whatever. You know, I don't think it got on my underwear. I don't think so. No, I don't think it got on my underwear. But she was to take everything off and put on a t-shirt. Well, it's still, you know, even though I didn't have any boobs or anything, I still, you know, I'm covering myself. I'm embarrassed to get undressed and everything. But my uncle's, it's just us, honey. It's okay. And so then I put the t-shirt on, and I had to wear his t-shirt around, and we left from there. But I forewarned them. I can't do spinny rides. And my cousin kept saying, no, come on, come on. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. Yeah. Afterwards, she's like, yeah, that was dumb. Because she did move way over, so, because the way I was throwing up wasn't really going her way, but of course, it's still, the wind a little bit was catching some of it on her. So she's like, I should have never told you to do that. So, yeah. I don't know what to do good with spinnies. We only went on it 4 times. Twice on one, and the tilt-a-whirl, twice on the other, and she loved to spin it, so she was really getting that tilt-a-whirl going. That one already spins around, but you spin your own seat, too. And she was really getting it going fast. The other one was some kind of a spinny, kind of like a Ferris wheel type, but the ride spun itself on its own. And I knew. Done with that. And I knew I wasn't going to do good. I forewarned her. Her own fault. So, yeah. But, yeah, we were leaving to go up to a farm that they knew, some people that they knew. So, I'll tell you, you know, another story on that, what we did there. Because some things happened there, too, to me. So, we'll go over that another day. But I just wanted to tell you quick, another funny one on a ride. I was with my son, and this is a quick one. I was with my son, and this is me older now, obviously, because I had my son. Get our whipped cream on there. That is a serving. And there you go. See the picture? You want to make sure and look at just right there is the yogurt. So you know that, I'll show it to you. So you know I only did a serving, which is 2 tablespoons. But anyways, yes, I still to this day make sure that I measure things to try to stay at the right amount of calories, because certain amounts that I do, certain foods I eat, I can do up to about 1,800. Some things I have to keep it at 1,500 or I'll gain weight. Still got to watch it. Still have to be, I mean, obviously you're in a deficit when you're trying to lose. You could be in a surplus if you're trying to gain, but you're always going to be in a certain deficit. Even after you lose weight, you're just going to be able to go up in calories, which is awesome on keto. But you're going to have to stop at a certain point or you're going to gain. So, but anyways, so me and him, he wanted me to go on this ride with him. We were at the state fair, and he wanted me to go on a roller coaster with him. And so I wasn't thinking anything on that. That's not going to make me sick or throw up. So I jumped on it with him. We're going up and down, up and down. But this type of one was a smaller roller coaster, so it kind of jerked you. As it went around the corners, it jerked. Even he didn't like it. He was younger. Had never been on a roller coaster, and I would say this was a medium size. Not large, not small. It was medium size. Medium to large. He didn't like the turns either. He said it was scary to him. He was only probably about 7. I think it was his first time going on a roller coaster. So he's like, I don't want it, Mom. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to be on here. But the way it was jerking, and I'm a mother, who had a baby sit on her bladder for 1 month before he came. 1 month before my son was delivered. He dropped early and sat on my bladder. So I have a very weak bladder. I don't have to explain that because I know all you women out there right now are saying, I didn't even have that problem and I got a weak bladder after having kids. You get a weak bladder. So as we're jerking, yes, I am peeing my pants. Just like at my grandmother's when I left, I'm peeing my pants from the jerkness. I should have went pee prior or put a pad on or something. I learned my lesson after that. Any rides I went on, I wore a pad. I went pee and put a pad on. And of course, because I had a pad on and went pee, I didn't pee. Didn't matter how jerky the ride was or how much somebody made me laugh. No, it didn't happen then because I was prepared. But I was peeing. I'm peeing. He's like, you're peeing? He said the same thing my grandma did, you're peeing. And I got off this ride and I'm wearing gray sweatpants of all colors in the whole world, a light gray. You could see I had peed because it was that perfect line in the front and all down the back. Oh my God, was I embarrassed. It's not a wet ride. So people are knowing, okay, something isn't right. So immediately I'm like, please give me your sweater or something. Give me your jacket so I can tie it around me. Well, it's not going to cover the front of me. At least cover the back so I can walk quick enough where people aren't looking. Hopefully they're not looking. They're thinking I hit a water ride or something. Get away from this roller coaster as quick as I can. The seat, when I got up, you can see the seat was even wet when I got up. And I wanted to get out of there as quick as possible. I was so embarrassed. And then on top of that, I wanted to get out of there quick. When I got off, my uncle was the one that brought us there. My aunt and uncle, my son's godparents. And I said, can I get your jacket thing too to put around me too? Because State Fair is during the fall time, so it's a little bit cold there. So they were wearing little sweater jackets, and it was warm that day. So he gave it to me too to cover up. And I just said, can we get on the first ride that's wet? The first ride, those bumper cars, those water bumper boats or whatever. Can we get in those? Because I just want in and splash me, get me as soaked so that at least it's all one color then, except for just being wet in the area where I wet myself. You know, then people wouldn't know, it would dry and everything would be fine. But yeah, I was embarrassed because I got up there and you could see I had peed and everybody was looking at me. Everybody saw it. I was so embarrassed. Here I am, a 25-year-old girl. I had a boyfriend, so I wasn't worried about that. You know, he wasn't there. But I wasn't worried about that. I wasn't with Phelan then. But I had a boyfriend, so I wasn't worried about I was looking for somebody. But just guys looking at you, you know, you go there looking cute. I mean, even though I had sweatpants on, I had like a tank top on. And I mean, I was looking good. You know, I still look cute. Just because there were sweatpants didn't mean I didn't look cute. I still was dressed really cute. It's just I wanted to be comfy for the rides and stuff, you know, because you're going to get wet and stuff. But yeah. Or maybe they were leggings. I'm sorry, they were gray leggings. Sorry, guys. They were not sweatpants. They were gray leggings. So you got the gray leggings on, you know, you're showing off your booty and everything in them. And yeah, and I get it completely soaked. And so now it's even worse. Sweatpants, at least would have drooped down a little bit. No, these were right up showing the wetness. And so I'm like, please, let me get on the boat or something. So I had them give me both of their jackets to wrap around me so I could cover it. Got on it and just started getting soaked by this thing. Then I got off, then I was fine. I didn't care because now I'm wet everywhere. 2 stories. Embarrassing, even though I was only 5 at the first one. But still, I had so many things happen to me. So many embarrassing stories. Not fair. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. And then I'll tell more of that other story after we left the fair with my aunt. We went to this farm to stay with some family. And some things happened to me there too. Before we go though, we'll eat one of our fat bombs. Let's do the mint one. And I'll eat the other one off camera. The keto mint bombs. Fat bombs, I mean. If you've never seen them, look at the mint. It's like a peanut butter cup consistency. Soft, good. If you're new to my channel, that's what I'm telling you. If you're not, you already know. But anyways, it's so yummy. It tastes like an Andes mint. Do you remember the Andes mint that you would get like at a Italian restaurant? They'd bring you out the Andes mints where they were the thin layer of chocolate with that little thin line of mint in the middle. After dinner mint, when you go to Italian restaurants, that's exactly what these taste like. I was saying Girl Scout cookies. When these are frozen, they taste like a Girl Scout cookie because then they're hard. But it's been a mixture between the thin mint Girl Scout cookies and the Andes mints. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. We're going to get off here. I will finish up the yogurt and those. Don't want to keep you guys too long. Remember, if you have a prayer request, let me know. I'll write it on here and I'll put it in here for you guys. Let's have some fun. I still believe in stuff like that. You know, God answers prayers when you pray, but it'd be nice to have the little prayer in here, and then you could tell me if your prayer was answered too. So, that being said, I hope everybody is staying safe, happy, healthy, leaning on Jesus and seeking Him. Seek Him out. Get that personal relationship with Him. You'll feel so much better. You will. Get right with God because He's coming back soon. He definitely is. And even if He doesn't, if something happens to us, we need to be ready. We need to be ready. But all the signs are showing in the Bible that end times are nearing soon. Still could be 100 years from now. We don't know. But one day we're going to die or leave with Jesus. We need to be ready. Because once that part's done, like I read in Revelations, that's done. You don't get a second chance then. You don't. Get right with God now. And don't live under a rock. If you are walking with God or living under that rock, get right with God, because you won't live under that rock anymore. But if you still are a Christian and you're still afraid living under that rock, afraid of all of this, don't be afraid. God says to fear not. Fear not. Enjoy your life. But don't be stupid. Don't go around 1 billion people into bars and stuff like that trying to get the COVID. Be careful. Go to church, though. Church is not going to hurt you in any way. You're covered by the blood of Jesus. And if you get it even at church, well, guess what? You were intended to get it. God intended you to get it then. Because if you get it at church, well, God wanted you to get it then. No matter what, he was going to make sure you were going to get it. So get to church. Be smart with that. Stay your distance. Stay 6 feet away from everyone. Wear your mask. Do all of that, but get back to church. God wants you in the house of the Lord. He definitely wants you there. That should have been essential from the very beginning. And other than that, everybody take care. God bless, and I will see each and every one of you in my very next upload. I'm praying for you. Please continue to pray for me. I love all of you very much.